This video picks up where the last one, virtual copies, left off. In this video, what I'd like to show are some of the presets you can play with using Lightroom. Okay, so if we look at our preset panel here, if you don't see it, it's on the left-hand column. And you can click on presets. We have these preset names here, whether it's color, creative, curve, so on. One of the cool things, notice on the image, when I roll over one of the presets, the image actually updates to reflect whatever that preset is about to do. So you can go in and really play with this and see, what the effect is. Ooh, orange is the new black. Had to say it. Okay, so you can go in here and just really kind of see what these presets are and see if there's something that works well with your image. Okay, so here if I went to, which one's that? Let's try that. Okay, that's maybe not something I want, but you can see that you have these preset values here. Okay, also, let me go ahead and you can always undo that stuff. Remember, in your history, here we have all these presets. I'm going to go back to this one. Okay, so that's my starting point. It's part of my virtual copy. That's what we did in the last video. So I can play with these presets over here. Also, I can go in and change that profile here. This is the profile browser. So I'm going to click on here, pick one of these if I want it, or click on Browse. Okay, so kind of like we saw earlier over here, these are a little bit more of extended options. So again, if I roll over it, you can go ahead and see what that effect is. Okay, some of these are actually pretty darn cool. So if I change that from modern, if I want to go, not that one, sorry. This one, the black and white options here, for whatever reason, or whatever effect I'm trying to achieve. Artistic, let's see what's going on with that. So you can go in and pick any one of these. Ooh, vintage, look at that, vintage. Give you some old filmy looking things and make it look like an old new photo, so to speak. All right, so I'm gonna go to modern. Yeah, let's go to modern. I think we're gonna desaturate that a bit. Awesome. Cool. All right, then we can say close the profile browser. And that actually gave us some kind of nice effect here. If you realize that effect is too intense or not intense enough, in this case, the saturation is kind of a little bit too desaturated. So I'm going to go back to that profile. So as long as you haven't really made any extreme changes, go here, and instead of clicking on that, it's not going to really do anything. You want to go back to Browse. Okay, it should be set to Modern 05. One of the things you can do is, with that, notice this amount slider here. So it really lets you dial in the amount of whatever that profile is changing or what that profile is affecting. So here, if I drag it up, notice that Modern 05 profile, this is like a 200% change. So it's really making things a lot more blue. Here, if I take it to 0, obviously there's no effect there because it's not applying anything. So the default is typically 50, well, it's 100, sorry. So if you wanted to dial that back a little bit, if I can actually grab the slider, so maybe I put it at 50% or so. Again, pick whatever numbers seem to fit your image best. And now I actually have something that's got still some color in the skin and it's more desaturated, but it's not as much as it was. I'm going to click close here. And again, with Lightroom, it's non-destructive. So I hit Command Z. You can see this is the 100% of the effect. And applying that gives me the effect that I'm looking for. So again, using the profile here, you can change things and get the desired effect just by using the sliders.